Literacy in Action. I'm Amber Elder, the Elementary ELA Coordinator.
And I'm Amanda Raupe, the Early Literacy Professional Development Facilitator. We're so glad you're here.
Yeah, and today we're so excited to have Dr. Keely Frayser, the Chief Academic Officer, here with us today. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Dr. Frayser, we wanted to invite you on here because so often educators hear about decisions from the district, but they don't always get to hear directly from the leaders who are making those decisions.
Yeah, exactly. And let me just say, I've had the privilege of working with you for over 10 years, which is crazy, right? And the thing I can honestly say is that every decision that you make comes from one place, and that's what's best for students. And even when things are complicated, you always center students first.
And we know that things do get complicated. I mean, have you ever seen a copier work on the day you need it the most?
True.
So Dr. Frayser, would you start by sharing a little bit about your background and why you do the work you do?
Of course. I have been fortunate to work my entire career in Putnam City. I began as a 7th grade math teacher and served as a counselor and principal. And for over 10 years now, I have been the Chief Academic Officer. I do this work for students. I always try to remember what it was like to be a classroom teacher, and I truly believe that learning to read and having a solid education are life changers.
Yeah, and I can really attest to this. I know it's important to you, and I know you've also seen firsthand the growth that comes from the work that our teachers are putting in.
Absolutely. We've seen great growth from the hard work teachers are doing, especially as we focus on comprehension across grade levels. Strong Tier 1 instruction is giving our students the skills to understand text in a deeper, more meaningful way.
And that's a great big picture perspective. So now let's zoom in a little. As part of our literacy initiative this month, we're focusing on teachers planning purposeful questions aligned to ELA objectives and content objectives.
And the reason we chose this focus is because comprehension doesn't happen by chance. It happens when teachers plan those purposeful questions ahead of time to guide students toward the big ideas.
Yeah, and teachers, you're already doing this work. Every time you stop to ask a thoughtful question, you're planting seeds that directly change the way students see and understand the world, and that's powerful. So, let me ask you, what are you reading these days?
I am in a book club with some friends, and we are reading Dial A for Aunties.
Ooh.
I love a good thriller, so I am reading a book called Bright Young Women.
Ooh, so why are you reading those? You're not reading to find the main idea, right?
Exactly. I am reading it for fun, but I'm using my comprehension strategies like finding main idea to get there.
I'm reading for entertainment, but I do find myself inferring a lot during this thriller.
So that's really what we want for our students, right? It's just not a skill of the week or strategy of the week, but the ability to use all of those skills together to understand what they're reading and why they're reading it. So let's look at a simple example. Let's say the essential question is, how do plants grow? Students might read a couple of texts. So we're going to read an informational text about how plants grow, where they're going to need to pull out the main idea and notice the text structure to really truly understand why plants grow. Or maybe they'll read an opinion piece about what are the best kinds of plants to eat, where they're going to need to recognize the point of view from the author, and they're also going to need to know how to recognize fact from opinion.
And what about a story like Jack and the Beanstalk, where they'll need to analyze characters and also sort fact from fiction?
And hopefully none of them walk away thinking beans really do grow into the clouds. Because that's what happens when comprehension instruction isn't there.
Yeah, and here's where planning matters. Each lesson really needs 2 goals. A content goal, usually tied to the essential question and the knowledge we want students to take from the text. That's the magic. And
a literacy or ELA goal, the skill we want students to practice that helps them unlock the meaning in the text.
Yeah, that's right. So in this example, the content goal might be understanding how plants grow, and the literacy goal might be use the main idea and supporting details to make sense of the informational text. And together, those goals help keep comprehension, them actually unlocking the meaning, at the center.
The point isn't main idea for a week. The point is help students truly understand what they're reading and why they're reading it.
Yeah.
And to guide our work, we have set some short-term goals for the end of the 25-26 school year.
That's right. 50% of pre-K through 4th grade teachers fully using Foundations and Just Words the way it is intended. 50% of 3rd through 5th grade teachers fully implementing comprehension lessons and HMH into reading. And a 5% increase in K through 5 students on grade level according to STAR.
Yeah, and these goals help us measure progress in the short run, but they also connect us to the bigger vision.
Yes. The long-term goal is to ensure all students are reading on grade level by 3rd grade and that they continue to grow in fluency and comprehension through 12th grade. This is not just an elementary goal, it's a pre-K through 12th grade commitment. Teachers' work in Tier 1 comprehension instruction is setting students up for a long-term success in life.
So, as you plan, ask yourself, what do I want my students to understand from this text? And what questions and skills will guide them there?
Yeah. So, Dr. Frayser, thank you again for being part of this. We're really excited about that. And to our teachers, thank you. You are changing lives every single day through the action you are taking in your classrooms.
I couldn't agree more. Teachers, I am proud of you. Every thoughtful question you plan, every text you guide a student through, you are shaping their future.
Yeah.
And hey, if you're listening while cutting out laminated pieces or waiting for your copier to warm up, you're multitasking your way into changing lives. Thanks for listening to Literacy in Action. See you next time.